Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I got this super glam look. Everything will be listed in the description box down below as always. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel before we get into this video. If you want to learn how I created this look, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I've already prepped this eye just with some concealer, but you can see it's creased because it has been there since I did this eye. So I'm just going to pat that out with my concealer brush. This is just a blank canvas F17. So I think in the last video I had like ratchet ass nails, like one hand of nails, the other hand with 2 nails. Now I just have no nails because I cannot get appointments with my nail girl. Very annoying, but she's always fully booked because she is the best. But yeah, pretty fucking annoying for me. So we're gonna go in with the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. I don't really know what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. Mine is super dirty. And I'm gonna start off with this sort of burnt, rusty shade right here. And I'm taking that on a Morphe 514 brush. And I'm gonna start off by really packing that into the crease. In like a semicircle shape, I want to go all the way through the crease. I've had a reaction to something and I think it was the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil because I put that on last night because my skin felt super dry, and now today like my cheek was like swollen this morning. I had to take an antihistamine and my eyes are just so dry. Like I didn't even put it on my eyelids, but they have gone really weird and textured. This under eye looks like it's about 60 years old. It's horrific. So I'm just using small circular motions and I'm just really packing that into the crease. And I'm just going to keep building up that colour until I'm happy with it. So I'm just going to take a, well, it's not clean anymore because I use it to blend out this eye, but a brush that has no product on it. And it's just a 221 from Zoeva, and I'm just going to use that to help blend out the edges slightly. Now I'm going to go back in with my 514 brush and that rusty colour and just build it up a little bit more. So now I'm going to move on to the next shade, and it's going to be this nice sort of like yellowy mustard shade here. And I'm taking that on a Zoeva 224 brush. And I'm going to use this right around the edges just to help blend out that rust shade. Okay, so you guys know that I like to sort of like jump around a bit. So before I do any more on the top, I'm just going to tightline my upper and lower waterline with my Marc Jacobs Earthquake eyeliner. And then I'm going to work on the bottom a little bit. And I'm also going to take that in between the roots of my lashes as well. And these are really creamy, so they're really good to use to sort of smoke out your lower lash line. And they're waterproof, so they're not going to budge. So to blend that out, I'm just going to take my blank canvas E44 brush and just use the edge of that to blend out that brown liner. And then I'm going to take a Backstage Beauty precision pencil brush. It's just like a nice little pencil brush, and the brush shade that we use on the top, and just really pack that onto my lower lash line. Sometimes I feel like it gives me a better guide once I've done the bottom, and it stops me from blending the top out too much. And then I'm just going to go back in with my 224 brush and the mustard shade. And I'm going to go right underneath where I just place the rust on my lower lash line just to make it a nice sort of sunset effect. Then I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of the brush shade again just to reinforce that. Sometimes it can get blended away. So now I'm going to move back onto the top. I just like to do that sometimes, like I said, to give me a guide. If I feel like I'm going to start blending the top out a bit too much, then I just like to do this just to sort of stop myself and keep it within the perimeters of the look that I want to create. So now I'm going to take my 514 brush again and some more of the rush shade. I'm going to start to pack that onto the inner and outer corners of the upper lid. So the next shade I'm going to take is this brown one right here. I'm just taking that on a Zoeva 231 brush. And I'm only applying a really small amount of this just to the inner and outer corners, and then just slightly through the crease, just to intensify it a little bit. Then I'm not adding any extra product to the brush, but whatever is left from applying it to the inner and outer corner, I'm just going to really lightly drag it through the crease. And this is just so that when I cut the lid, it really stands out. And then to blend that out, I'm just going back in with a tiny bit of the Rush shade and my 514 brush. And I'm just going to use really tiny circular motions just to help drag that product out just a little bit. So now that we've done most of the shadow, I'm just going to cut the crease, and I'm going to use my Shape Tape. And I'm just taking my F17 brush from Blank Canvas. Look straight into my mirror so I can see the other side. And drag that all the way down to my lash line, and then I'm just going to look up. And that will just help to print where I need to take the concealer to. So then I'm just loading up my brush again. This works best when you have like quite a lot of product on your brush, because you can get like a really clean line. And I'm just going to use the edge of the brush to stamp. And I want the line to be in a more rounded shape. And what I like to do, just so I don't sort of add too much product and I can still keep an eye on what I'm doing, I just like to take a nice fluffy brush, got no product on it, and just use that to buff out the edges of the concealer into the inner and outer corner. And this will help show you if you need to take the concealer in a slightly different shape, or if you need to take it a little bit wider, a little bit higher, or if you need to sort of like even it out a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is just take another flat synthetic brush. So I'm just using this one, it's like an unbranded one. And I'm taking this second colour in the palette. I'm going to take that right up to the line. And I like to do the top of the lid first, then blend the rest of the shadows in, and then take it all the way down the lid. Just because I find if you put a shimmery shade all over this concealer now, it's going to be a lot harder to blend the matte shades on top and make it look really clean. And then I'm going to go back in with my 231 brush from Zoeva and the darkest brown shade that we used, and just really pack that on to the inner and outer corner. I'm not taking this too close to the concealer, I'm just sort of reinforcing it where it was originally. I'm going to go in with my 514 brush in the Rush shade and just overlap the edges of that. And then I'm going to go in with my 224 brush and the mustard shade and just overlap that as well. And doing this will give your spotlight a really nice gradient effect. And it almost makes the actual spotlight look more like a water reflection. You know how it's quite wide and then it gets really small. And then you can go in with your flat synthetic brush and the highlight shade and just take that all the way down the center. So you get this sort of like T shape. And then I'm just like wiping the excess off on my hand, and I'm going to tap that either side. And then I'm just going to go back in with my 224 just to make sure that's really seamless. So now just to make the spotlight pop, I'm going to go in with my Stila Magnificent Metals in the shade Kitten Karma. I don't even know if this is going to pick it up, but can you see how freaking pretty that is? Just like a liquid metal, it's amazing. I'm just going to apply that with my Zoeva 315 liner brush. It's like a little angled liner brush. I'm going to line the top of the crease. I'm almost elongating the line across the top, even further than like sort of where the spotlight comes. I feel like it gives it like a nice sort of like faded effect. And then with the rest of it, I'm just going to sort of tap that on the center, and I'm going to sort of stop just before my lash line, and I'm going to gradually get like less and less product as I get down. And I'm literally just using like the edge of the brush just to disperse the product. Because like I said, I want it to look more like a water reflection where it goes sort of like wider at the top and thinner at the bottom. So now I'm just going to take my tattoo liner and just line across my lash line just so I've got a nice band for my lashes to sit on. So now I'm just going to apply some mascara. I'm just using my Total Temptation, just for the top and bottom. And then for lashes, you already know it's going to be the Backstage Beauty Girls Night Out. So I'm just going to apply these and I'll be right back. So now the eyes are all done and we've got our foundation and concealer on, I'm going to highlight and contour, well, bronze my skin and pop a lip on. So I'm going to use my Anastasia highlighter because it's my all-time fave. It is literally my favorite. I love it so much that I bought a backup just because I'm too scared to run out. I don't know how this is gonna look on my skin today because I do have like really textured skin from this reaction. Then I'm just going to go in with a slightly smaller brush. This is a Morphe M575. Just really make the top of the cheekbones pop. And I'm going to do my nose with this as well. So I'm just going to bronze. I'm just going to use my Dior Nude Air Bronzer. And I'm taking that on a new brush today. I'm using a new brush for my bronzer. I know that never usually happens because I love my M500 from Morphe. But I'm using the Backstage Angled Powder brush from Backstage Beauty. And this one is honestly, it's so soft. And it's like the perfect shape. Like, that was so quick. And I'm pretty much done. It just fits right where you want it to fit. Just gives you such a nice shape to your cheekbones. And because it's so soft, it's super easy to like blend it into other products too. And I'm also just going to take a tiny bit of that just on the sides of my forehead, just to make me look a little bit more bronzed. You know how I do. And then for lips, I'm just going to line with MAC Strip Down. This is obviously my favourite lip liner ever. And then I'm going to use this new one that I've got from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the shade Stripped. So it's just like slightly darker than Naked, but only ever so slightly. And then I'm just going to go straight over the top with Stripped Liquid Lipstick. Alright guys, that is the final look. I hope you liked this tutorial. It's been a minute since I've been like in the mood for filming, but I'm back. I know I said that in my last video and then it's like ages since I posted another one, but I really am. I've got my mojo back and I'm feeling great. I'm feeling inspired. I'm feeling creative. I'm ready to create some videos. Yeah. Be ready. Be ready. Okay. As always, all of the products I have used will be listed in the description box down below, as well as links to where you can get them. There are also going to be my discount codes down there for Backstage Beauty and Dust and Dance glitters, so you can check those out if you want to purchase something you can save some money. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, join my little family. I'm trying to do bits over here and it'd be great if you could be a part of it. With that being said, I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.